change up. Flip the script from everything on and lose your grip from what used to hold you. Wake up, everybody wake up, make up your mind and change up. Friction comes to push a little harder. Change your mind and you will get farther. Wake up, everybody wake up, make up your mind and change up. Flip the script from everything on and lose your grip from what used to hold you. Wake up, everybody wake up, make up your mind and change up. Friction comes to push a little harder. Change your mind and you will get farther.
Hey everybody! Welcome to the Wake Up Show. This is Angie Cleveland. I'm your host for tonight's Wake Up Show, and we thank you for our online and viewing audience as well as those who are here in our live studio audience participating in this show. Tonight we are going to continue with our series of Breaking Bad Habits. All right, so last time we were here, the last few shows we've participated in, the habits that we talked about were worry and negativity. Okay, we talked about how worry offends God and how worry is a fancy manifestation for fear. Okay, negativity is something that we need to make sure that we stay away from because it can become a mindset and then it can inhabit your conversation. And so after a while, if you continue to harbor negativity, then it becomes a part of everything that you speak. You begin to perceive everything negative. You begin to speak negative. You begin to think negatively. And so tonight, the habit that we're going to talk about is laziness. All right, so what I want to clarify real quickly is the habits that we're addressing. Okay, for instance, with this habit, laziness, I don't want us to think that this habit is just okay. There's a difference between being a couch potato on a Saturday evening when you're just chilling versus a lifestyle. Okay, so that's what I want to discuss is the lifestyle version of these habits, not just something that we do one time, but we got to be careful that if we continue to harbor these things, they can become a mindset. They can become a lifestyle. So I don't want us to think about this person's posture just on a Saturday afternoon, okay, but this person's posture in the form of their lifestyle, how they view life. Okay, so laziness is what we're going to address on tonight. Now, laziness means the following: not wanting to work. Okay, not wanting to work. There are people who are, and what I mean by not wanting to work, I don't mean that it's limited to not trying to find a job, but not wanting to work for anything. Okay, not wanting to work at a relationship, not wanting to work at a friendship, not wanting to work on our character, not wanting to do anything. So that's what I mean by work, okay? I don't want us to just limit wanting to work to just a secular job, but being worked in our spirit. Okay, so it means not wanting to work. It means being disinclined to activity or exertion, which means that we don't put forth an effort. We're not exerting any energy towards anything. Unwilling to do any work or make an effort. Okay, that's what laziness means. Okay, and it also is conducive to idleness. Okay, so the longer we stay lazy, the more our minds are just kind of empty. And that gives the opportunity for the enemy to come in and fill our minds with his thoughts. Okay? So, and we all heard of the statement that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. We all heard that statement before. And so laziness is conducive to idleness. And it also means it's conducive to being lethargic. What do I mean by lethargic? Okay, now, if you lay in the bed for a week and you don't get up, after a while, your bones, your muscles, everything about your body is going to be stiff and hard to move, okay? Y'all know how you feel when you sleep on your stomach and you sleep on your arms, and after a while, your arms get numb. I don't like that feeling, but your arms get numb, and then you have to wake up and shake, shake the feeling into it. Okay, that's what lethargic is. You have experienced what it means to be lethargic when you have moments like that. Can you imagine a person who has a mindset of laziness? You know what I'm saying? And then the being lethargic and the sluggishness and the slothful mentality, being hard to move, hard to transition, hard to move to another place. Okay? So I don't want us to I'm trying to get to the fact that laziness is not just couch potato. I want to draw us our attention into the mindset and the lifestyle of laziness, okay? These are the things that laziness causes. It causes people to be slack in their pursuit for help, which ultimately means that they don't want help. I want to say that one more time. It causes people to be slack in their pursuit for help, which ultimately means they don't want help. The word pursuit is like an antonym for laziness because it means that you got to do something. It means that you got to pursue after something. It means that you have to work at something. And so we can say that we want help all day, but our real mindset is determined by what we do with our actions. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right, laziness also causes people to be behind schedule regarding the specific timing and seasons of their lives. There are people that don't want to put forth an effort to get in their rightful place in this particular season because they just don't want to work for it. You see what I'm saying? And so it causes people to be behind schedule. Okay, all of us have been in places where God was telling us to do certain things and then we just didn't do it because of fear. Okay, and that also caused us to be lazy. All of us have our reasons for being lazy. Fear is one of them. And so, thank God for grace and mercy because he allows those seasons to come back around for us to have another opportunity. Okay, so laziness also causes those around us to adopt the same mentality. Now, that's something you don't want nobody else to adopt. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody else to be lazy. And some of us have adopted that from other people. You stay around somebody long enough who just lazy in their pursuit for anything. Whenever the time is right. Don't want to work towards anything. Don't want to pursue after anything. Don't want no help towards anything. And then we continue to adopt that same mentality. And then in turn, we spew that to somebody else. And then laziness causes us to blame people, okay? Blame those who we feel should take on the responsibility of doing what we know we should do. Lord have mercy, Jesus. So laziness causes people to blame other people, okay? That's self-explanatory. Let's keep going. Y'all let me know if I'm going too fast. Laziness causes dependency or mooching on those who we think will give us what we want. Okay? So laziness basically cancels our efforts in pursuit, and it basically causes us to depend on other people and their pursuit. Okay? There are a lot of people that are depending on other people's prayers right now. And they're going to other people for advice or going to other people for prayers, and they don't want to pick up their own Bible and read, and they don't want to pray themselves. This is a spirit of dependency. This is a mooching spirit. Okay, that's something we're going to talk about later on, is what it means to mooch and freeload. So these are the things that laziness causes. All right, now, and laziness also causes anger when they don't give it to us. Okay? So there are people that are dependent upon others, and then when they don't get what they want, they get upset. And this is what I call a temper tantrum. And it reveals how spoiled we are. Okay? It reveals to us that we are not as mature as we think we are. There's some people, y'all, I'm telling y'all, our mamas and daddies, I'm just going to be honest. A lot of times we just want to mooch off of them at 25 years old. And they be kicking us out to about, you go get your own job. You go get your own place. You know what I'm saying? And they're teaching us how to be independent. They're teaching us how to be mature. Okay? But there are certain people that have a problem when their source is cut off. They have a problem when their resources are gone and they have to go out and do things for themselves. So these are the things that laziness causes. Now let's see what the word says about laziness. This is a strong verse, people of God. He who is loose and slack in his work is brother to him who is a destroyer. And he who does not use his endeavors to heal himself is brother to him who commits suicide. This is Proverbs 18:9. This is from the Amplified Version. In other words, okay, there are people who are lazy in their pursuit for a greater character in God. Say you have a struggle with something. Say there's something that you're struggling with. You go to a person and you ask them to help you. When they give you their advice, they give you the truth, they give you what God is saying. You take what they're saying, but you refuse to use it. That's the same thing as committing suicide. That's the same thing as saying that I have help, but I don't want to use it. You see what I'm saying? It's committing suicide because truth gives us life. Okay, lies begin to kill we begin to kill ourselves with lies. We get killed softly with lies. And so when we don't receive the truth and we don't walk in the truth, we're a relative to a person who overdosed on medication. You see, and so we got to be careful. We got to really be careful with the spirit of laziness because it'll creep up on you if you let it. Okay, other translations of this same verse says slack habits and sloppy work are as bad as vandalism. That's the Message Bible. A lazy person is as bad as someone who destroys things. That's the New Living Translation. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster, which is the King James Version. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but laziness, and we're going to talk about this habit later on. Laziness and freeloading go neck and neck. Okay? Whenever you're lazy, that means that you're freeloading on somebody else. And to freeload means to take something without consideration of what that person had to work for to give you that. You see what I'm saying? It means to take something without even trying to give something in return. That's what freeloading is. And there's a lot of people that are freeloading. There's a lot of people that are freeloading prayers off of people because they know you have a giving spirit. They'll come to you and they'll seek help, but they don't have any intentions of getting that help and appreciating it and trying to use it for their lives. That's laziness, people of God. So this is what this verse is saying. Now, how do we break laziness? Desire. Okay, that's how you break laziness, is having a desire. Okay, having a desire. Whenever you have a desire, you have a pursuit. When you desire something bad enough, you'll work towards it. When you get sick and tired of your situation, you'll work to get out of it. And the question is, how bad do we want it? Is our conditions so unfavorable enough and so undesirable that we want to do whatever it takes to get out of the situation we're in? There's a lot of people that says they want out of stuff. Okay, I want out of this situation. Myself included. I have had different things that I came across in my life that I wanted to be broken from my life, but I had to make a sacrifice to do it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just say, Lord, I want this thing broken from my life, and then come to the altar one time and somebody lay hands on me and I think that it's over. I had to go home and I had to work and process my mindset. I had to look at how the enemy tried to translate thoughts to me to get me to believe different things, you see. So desires, how bad do we want to get out of the situation we're in? How bad do we want to stop being scared? How bad do we want to stop depending on people for things that God is calling us to be independent in? How bad do we want this thing? Desire is what will break laziness, okay? And like I said before, all of us have our own route to laziness. All of us have different places that we're lazy. We've been lazy and kind of slothful in, and kind of apprehensive in. When God is telling us to do certain things and we can just kind of drag our feet. All of us have those moments. All of us have one of those moments. If it's just one of them, all of us are faced with that. And we just kind of drag our feet and we're slowful and we don't want to do nothing because it's us we're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I don't have the tools and I'm not ready and I don't have the degree and I don't know enough. And the Holy Spirit is saying all this time, it's going to be me doing it through you. That's the reason why I called you, because you don't have no expertise. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted somebody to do it that had a degree, I would have called them. But I call you because you don't know nothing about it. And you got to use your faith level in me to give you and download to you everything that you need to know. You see? So we have to have a desire. Desire breaks the laziness cycle. So desire says, Lord, I want your will above what I feel. You know what I'm saying? I want what you want despite of what my emotions are telling me. Even though I feel lazy and I don't want to go into this, I don't want to move into this transition, this transition into this move of God, even though I really am really scared right now to go into the places that you've called me to be, I have a desire to do your will. That's what Jesus did. Jesus said, you know, if it's your will, let this cup pass from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do this. I don't want to die on the cross. Let this bitter cup pass from me. But he said, let that, nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. Because he had a desire to please his Father. Okay. Any questions on anything that we talked about on tonight? Questions on laziness? No questions? Okay, so we would like to thank our viewing audience. Thank you guys, and thank those that are watching us for tuning in to the Breathe Show tonight. These are the assignments that we're going to be at, and we're requesting you guys in prayer to join us and to support us if you can. On May the 12th, we're going to be teaching at the Greater Hope Ministries in Gaffney, South Carolina at 7 p.m. Pastor Caroline Jones is the servant leader there. May the 20th through the 22nd, we'll be ministering in song in Jacksonville, Florida, and more details are going to come to fruition. We'll let you guys know more details on that coming soon. And Project Life, our girls' getaway, has been established. We have established a date that is September the 16th through 17th, 2011. Okay, and this is going to be for young ladies. We've narrowed down the age limit. Young ladies between the ages of 14 to 16. Okay, and we're going to only do 20 ladies. It's going to be on a first come, first serve basis. We're going to mentor 20 ladies. We're going to have 2 days to set aside an intimate time of fellowship with 20 ladies where we talk to them about what it means to be a real diva. Okay, because a lot of us watch BET and the music videos and we think that's hot, but we finna show you what's not. Okay, so September the 16th through 17th, 2011 is our girls' getaway. We'll let you guys know more information on registration when it opens up and other information. We thank you guys so much for your questions and your emails and for responding and asking us different questions. When is this going to be and how? I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for that. And also, we invite you to become an Awaken partner if you have not already. An Awaken partner is someone who sows money of whatever amount into Breathe International. And what this does, it goes into projects like Project Life to help others breathe, to help others breathe Him. Okay, because there's a lot of people that are living dead. Okay. Join our mailing list. Let us tell you what's going on with Breathe and what we're doing and the things that we're doing into the community. And sign up for our free e-newsletter called Just Be. Okay? There's a new one that's coming out the beginning of May, and it's called Be Consistent. Okay, each newsletter that we send out is saying be something. We had one called Be Committed. We had one that was called Be Balanced. So every one of them is to help empower you and transition your mindset so you can become a better person and lead a better life for your generation and generations after you. And we ask that you continue to pray for us as we help others breathe and resuscitate them to life. So this is Angie Cleveland and Breathe International, and we are sounding the alarm for you to wake up.